Dire team pick.
Hi everybody, I'm Panda. We're into the semi-finals of the C region for the TI6 Open Qualifiers. This is the second qualifier and this is a best of 3 game. So we're into some really good Dota today. Still the finals to go up to and it's going to be a blast. Anyways, this time we're going to have Assail playing against Beyond Infinity. Beyond Infinity, they went pretty far the first qualifier. So I'm expecting some good Dota from both teams. They had to play a bunch of games to get this far. Anyways, hopping into the draft, we're going to see a Death Prophet and Beastmaster band coming from Assail, and I hope I'm saying that name right. Apologies if I'm not. And Beyond Infinity, they're going to take out the Night Stalker and the Axe, so really targeted bands towards what the teams likes to pick, especially when you see like the first band Death Prophet, the second band Axe. So these guys, they know what they're doing, they probably know what they're up against, and they have a plan in mind probably. So Assail, they're going to pick up the Phoenix for their first pick, and Beyond Infinity are going to go with the Faceless Void, and what is still out? Disruptor have been played a bunch in the open qualifiers. Not sure if they actually like to play it. I didn't get to cast any of the games just yet.
10 seconds remaining.
So I'm excited to see a new C team in action.
5 seconds remaining.
Most of the combos I've seen were Phoenix and Faceless Void, and they're gonna just go for the second pick Invoker, so revealing a lot about their draft. Revealing both their mid laner and their off lane. But a lot of the times you know that the Invoker is going to be banned in the second banning phase, or maybe it's just that important for them that they prefer picking it up second rather than just waiting and maybe hoping to get it later into the draft. Second pick for Assail. A lot of Darks here have been played. Bunch of Timber, to be completely honest. There's still the Lifestealer also in the pool. That's a hero worth mentioning. I think he has a pretty good win rate recently. I don't know if the open qualifiers are any suggestion to what's going to happen in the regionals or in TI even maybe, but he still have been played a bunch. Interesting to see how slow these drafts are. I think that happens a lot in the opens, at least from the games I got to cast.
Radiant team ban.
I mean, they're just taking a lot of time thinking about the first couple of picks and bans. Anyways, it is going to be the Vengeful Spirit, a great support against Faceless Void. You have that swap always available, unless you're going to get caught. But you have a good positioning, and you're standing where you can actually save one of your cores, then it's definitely worth going for. And they have a nice combo here with the supports for Assail. In the lane, they have the setup, they have the magic missile into the Phoenix Sunray, so that's a lot of damage that may come out from them in the earlier phases of the game. Beyond Infinity, they're going to take out the Doom and an Elder Titan ban from Assail. You have to keep the Elder Titan in mind when you see stuff like Invoker and Faceless Void, just because the combo can be so strong. Dropping an Echo Stomp or the Earth Splitter into the Chrono, as well as all the Invoker spells. So if they get a good Chrono, they just have basically the best setup in the game for all that AoE damage. And another thing you have to keep in mind about Elder Titan is that he provides that minus magic resistance as well as armor. So he adds a lot of damage to Faceless Void and Invoker just by dropping Spirit even. That's another nice thing. Beyond Infinity, they're going to take out the Lycan, so feeling kind of a push strat maybe coming out from Assail. And the next one is going to be the Lion taken out. So the good control hero, also good setup, can make sure that maybe the swap is not going to come out if he can have a Blink Dagger and jump, find Avenge, find the Hex or the Impale, or Earth Spike rather, and just make sure that's not going to happen. And I'm really surprised actually. Beyond Infinity are like, they're super confident in what they want to draft. You don't see often teams just pick up their 3 cores at the 3 picks. So that's a vote of confidence from Beyond Infinity. They're saying we know what we want. It doesn't matter what you're gonna go. We're gonna pick the same things anyways, and we're just gonna leave the supports for later for maybe some countering possibilities. But it is really interesting. I mean, Jug and Volker faceless Void, they're solid heroes. They're good against pretty much everything. It's not something, let's say, like a Huskar that you see in a draft and you're like, okay, they need to think about what the other team's going to pick up because that's going to be dangerous.
Radiant team pick.
But in this one, Assail are going to answer with the Sven. So nice armor. The Warcry is going to provide a lot of help when Jug uses that Omni Slash. It's good against Jug in general. It's pretty good against Void. Just because in Chrono, if you have Warcry on,
10
Void is not going to
seconds
do
remaining.
a huge amount of damage. And especially after the
5
change to
seconds
Bash,
remaining.
where it doesn't do double damage inside a Chrono. It's magical anyways, but now he's more reliant on the physical attacks. If you rely on the Void to actually do the damage inside of the Chrono, which is not likely. Usually, nobody goes for really right-clicky build on him. Maybe sometimes for the Manta Diffusal, which is a more damage-oriented build. But usually you see the common Blink, Flats, Aghanims, just a walking Chronosphere, basically. But interestingly enough, we're going to see another Kunkka. I had a couple of Kunkkas last night, and it is a support Kunkka. So that is pretty cool. I'm excited about that. Again, it's really nice with the Chrono. It's really nice actually against the Sven in a way, just because you have the X. So the kiting possibilities are really great. The early pick-off potential on pretty much all lanes is also going to be really good for them. They can set some stuff up with Spin and X. I think they do need some... Their last support should be something with a more... I don't want to say reliable, because X and Turret are kind of reliable unless you have a BKB or Yules. That is something like a Puck that builds a Yules. Sometimes, not always, but Yules is going to be really good this game, especially against Omni Slash and the X. And even if they try and go, we've seen yesterday a Kunkka and a Pugna, where the Kunkka just X's the Pugna, Pugna runs in, blasts a tower, and he's just immediately brought back. And one time they Yuled him. It looked scary for a second, but they had the game. Anyways, it's a really nice combo. Puck is pretty good against what they have right now. He's good against Invoker in the mid lane. He's good against Void if he can get the jump and the Waning Rift, so they'll have the silence. And this is a solid hero. They have really good team fight right now on Assail. If they get a good foil and they have the Supernova, they have the Sven that if he gets this right setup and can jump in, get a Stormhammer on a couple of heroes, and start punching people down with God's Strength, that's going to be pretty good for them. And okay, so Beyond Infinity, they need your last support. I wouldn't mind even seeing a Bane here, you know? We haven't seen a lot of Banes recently, but just the setup with Kunkka, he doesn't even need X. Nightmare into Torrent into Spin, that's actually pretty crazy. It is going to be the Disruptor ban. He's been super popular, so I see where they're coming from. It's a really good team fight hero. It's a great silence against the Puck. They could go for something funky too, like a Ricky. It might be a bit too melee heavy in a way, but Smoke Cloud can do a lot of damage to Assail. And Assail, what they need, an offlaner. So the starter is the last ban from Beyond Infinity. That's not going to be available. Oh. Okay. Is that an offlane Shaker or an offlane Phoenix? I think it might be offlane Phoenix and not offlane Shaker, because Shaker against Jug Kunkka, I mean, the Phoenix is going to get wrecked too, so I don't know. Not sure how they're gonna run it, because the safe lane for Beyond Infinity is so terrifying.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay, so last support. So I said Bane. I do feel like maybe that's the best option. They have the Shadow Shaman too. They can maybe go for that. He's kind of squishy, but tons of disables. And it can pretty much secure the early game. It also helps with the push. They do have Invoker. I don't know if it's going to be a Quas Wex Invoker or Quas Exhort. I think Quas Exhort here. But Quas Wex is better against Ven. Quas Exhort is kind of better against the rest of them. In a way, not really. Really depends on what they're going to go for last here. Also, Bane with the setup for the Sunstrike. I really think it's a good pick. I know teams haven't been playing him a lot. Maybe they'll go for the Shadow D. Nope, they're gonna go for the Crystal Maiden. So another hero that is pretty strong in lane, especially combined with a Juggernaut. Gonna add them some nice aggressive capabilities. And this is gonna be interesting. I like the drafts from both teams. I do prefer the Beyond Infinity draft. I think it's more well-rounded in a way and a tiny bit less greedy. Because the Shaker, Phoenix, Venge, I don't know. The Venge is the only hero here that doesn't actually need a lot of levels and a lot of farm. But other than her, I mean, Earthshaker, you want to have that Blink online. Phoenix, you want to have at least a couple of items. Because if he gets caught and there's no Supernova, it really weakens their team fight. And I don't know how this offlane is going to work out. Even if it's going to be either Phoenix or an Earthshaker, neither of these heroes can actually go like Iron Talon in jungle. Not going to work out. I don't think so. Maybe Phoenix with Sunray jungle farming. Doesn't sound very good. So my concern here is that they might just snowball. Okay, so we're into the game Beyond Infinity. This is again the first time, so apologies for butchering any names of any players. That was probably a mistake. Okay, so on the side of Beyond Infinity, we're gonna have Zedis Bug is playing the Crystal Maiden. Blizzard is gonna be on the Juggernaut. No Chance playing the Kunkka. Swifty Aces on Invoker, and Battlesai is gonna be playing the Faceless Void on the side of. Oh man, they don't have team name. This is gonna be Assail. This is gonna be really hard for me. So Lubby is gonna be playing the Vengeful Spirit. Crimson on the Phoenix. The Earthshaker is gonna be played by Death. Ponlo on the Sven, and who am I missing? I am missing Vexus, and he's playing. Give me a second. The Puck. So again, because I haven't seen these guys play, I have no idea who's their offlaner. So I'm still not sure how they're gonna lane. At least until we get to see where they're going. And I really think that Beyond Infinity, they should have a really good early lane phase. Invoker versus Puck is slightly favored towards Puck. But they have a Kunkka, and he's probably gonna roam. Crystal Maiden and Jug can definitely hold their ground in the safe lane. I don't think they need Kunkka to sit there and babysit the Jug or anything. So the Kunkka is free to roam around, maybe help get a kill or two onto the Puck mid, maybe even roam to the safe lane of Assail, and that could be really dangerous. With Kunkka and Invoker, it's gonna be difficult for Assail to get out of the laning phase. And on their side, again, I'm not sure. I mean, the offlane, I feel like that in a way they have to ditch it. Since the second that Kunkka shows up, they have a Crystal Maiden, so they can Frostbite, they can spin. So let's say if it's an Earthshaker, Fissure's not going to do anything, not against Jug at least. So the spin is there, that's tons of damage. Turned can be there as well. And if you put the Phoenix there, at level 1 it's like, what, 35 seconds? 36. So 36 seconds cooldown onto dive. Let's say they go on him. He doesn't get perma-disabled. He's able to actually get to dive off. Now, for 36 seconds, he can't even step into the lane. The cooldowns are pretty short on BI, especially when you put a couple of levels into Blade Fury, and the cooldown starts going down. And the damage from them is just going to be, I think, too strong in the safe lane. So since we're still paused and we have a disconnect, let's look at items, because, you know, that's everything we can do right now. I know you guys don't want to listen to me talking about random stuff that never happened, but this set is pretty cool. No Immortal on Shaker. Report. Immortal is actually pretty cool. Are some pings coming? They have cool sets. I'm approving. Battlefield Void. No Arcana Crystal Maiden. I have this set. Pretty cool. They're drawing some stuff on the map. Looks like they are bored as well. Apologies. And okay, so we can look at effigies. That's an option. Chance. No inscription. At least put on like a caw or something. I don't know. Put something. It's a birdie. Come on. Next one. We have a Rubik. You are forehead. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I like this one. And it's a cool set too. So he looks like super awesome. He looks like he's smiling under the scary mask. I like this one. Okay, so apparently we have some internet problems. Fortunately. He's out on the storm. That's created by Blizzard. That's kind of cool. What is this animation? I'm not sure when he does that, but it is kind of cute. Swifty. Too easy for Swifty. Swifty commends. Pretty serious. Allow me to be a girl for a second, but I like her hair. It looks nice. No inscription. Somebody should tell us guys to put an inscription on their effigies. And here we only have 2 effigies. Will you marry me? Oh, that's adorable. Going down on one knee. He wants to propose. Kind of looks like a clown, but you know she loves him, so all is well. What time does AM stop farming? Never. Can I answer him? Is that legit? Pretty sure it's never. At least if you ask the people I play with. If you see AMs in my pubs, usually it's just like they're gonna AFK farm for the entire game. Maybe once every 15 minutes they're gonna show up for a mana void. But that is gonna be it. Unfortunately, it looks like we're gonna have a few more minutes of talking about nothing. So we can talk about the brackets. There is another game going on right now. It is a TNC playing against IAP. That's the other semifinal happening. So the winner of this one is going to play against the winner of that. And the winner of the finals is going to get a spot into the regional qualifier of C region and have a shot at getting a TI, or getting 2 TI rather. So that is going to be pretty cool for them. They had to play something like 20-something matches to get here. And whoever gets to the finals, I think it can be up to like 24 matches or something. Some all chat action. Stop making me minus 25. A mid. A mid is legit. I'm kidding. It's only legit if the other team never ganks mid. That's the only time where A mid can maybe work. If you're low skilled and nobody's gonna gank you ever, and you're good enough to just farm and play as safely and not get caught out of position and feed. But other than that, it really don't work. I know that some high MMR players do run like A mid and Lion mid and all those kind of things. But it's just people that are so mechanically good at the game that they can get away with pretty much everything. AKA Miracle building, going AM mid and building a Road of Aegis. So, you know, anything can happen. So he's in the game. That means that soon-ish. We're gonna start the game actually. That's gonna be nice. I wanna join the drawing party, but they won't see my drawings. It's just my drawings. Would be pretty bad if they could see Caster's drawing. Okay, guys, he's reconnected to the game. I think we're gonna have a Dota game on our hands. They're gonna call it a go, and they're gonna call it a wait. Where's the teamwork? Wait or go? Okay, it's a go. Okay, never mind. It is not a go. 120 ping. 120 ping is easy. You need to be so good at the game to actually mind. Unless you got used to, let's say, like 20 ping and suddenly you get 120, then it's a big deal. But let's face it, for most of us people that are not pro players or like 6K or 7K, most of us can't tell the difference if we're getting like 50 ping. But we're gonna stay paused. Hope everyone is having a nice evening in Southeast Asia. It is afternoon for me. Pretty much morning, since all of these recent days of non-stop Dota casts have been kind of hard on me. I did it before, but it is difficult to pull off so many days with minimum sleep and talking for 13 hours a day. At some point, you're like, man, how can people even listen to me for 13 hours a day, you know? Like, I don't even... I can't hear myself anymore. I don't know how my voice is still working. I was sure that after, like, 2 days, I won't say 1 day, but I thought after 2 days my voice is gonna lose it completely and I'm gonna start sounding like a toad. It is kind of broken right now, and sometimes I die when there's a really long team fight. But you can't hear me die. Luckily, we have a fast mute button, so in case I die or sneeze or anything, not audible. I'm being yelled at that I'm sexist for saying I'm a girl for liking the hairs. I know, you're right. You're right. I apologize. I have zero excuses for that. But I feel like because I'm a woman, every time I say something like that, it's like, oh, you're a girl, you know? So. But I just like her hair. And I don't like pink, by the way. I just don't like pink. It's definitely not my color. I'm a blue-green kind of person. Okay, we have mass disconnects. I hope you're all fine with my banter about hair and colors. Because the thing that makes solo casting the most difficult is, I think, pauses. Pauses and really long stalemates. Maybe not stalemates per se, because in stalemates you still have a lot to talk about. People are still doing stuff, but when the game is just paused and I mean I don't even know the lanes yet, at least on Assail side. So I can keep like trying to find theories about what is gonna happen, but I did that for I don't know 10 minutes. So we're just gonna talk about the puck without what happened to his portrait? Where's something is missing, right? On his head. His little antennas, you know? They're missing. Looks so bald like this. And he doesn't have wings! Oh man, this is the saddest puck of all times. He looks like a baby puck. Like, this is how a puck would look like if he was just born. Maybe smaller. Oh my god, a puck without wings is actually the saddest thing in Dota. It's like an angel that didn't get his wings yet. No? It's really sad. I feel really bad for him. Okay, well, we're still paused. I don't know. I'm gonna lose it eventually. I keep getting all the paused games, and I don't know, man. I mean, I've been through a game with disconnects, 4v5s, mass pauses. I guess it's just open qualifiers thing. It could still happen in regionals too, just because it's an online tournament as well. So every time you run an online tournament, things bound to happen, and it can't always go as planned. Usually, it won't go as planned, especially if you ask Murphy. But I mean, considering that this tournament have been massive, talking about the open qualifiers, so many games, so many teams. Some regions started with the, I don't think all of them, but some of them started with the round of 1024. So just thinking about how many teams are there and how many games are being played at the same time, it is pretty crazy. And just the fact that 99% of the games and everything went okay and no issues and nothing. Okay, can't fix his net, so hopefully he's gonna be okay. If Minged feed is back. Okay, this guy, I wanted to say it, but I felt really bad. Like, you know, in your games where you queue for a pub match and then suddenly like somebody dies in a really awkward position and he's like, I'm lagging, guys, I'm lagging. And you know it's not true. And you won't say it because you're a nice person and you don't wanna call them out. But you know, deep inside everyone knows. They know it's a lie. It wasn't a lag. Usually people don't suddenly lag after they die, but we do have a game, so we can check out some stuff happening. They did manage to get a nice subs award over here. So early knowledge as well as blocking the small camp. And I'm missing the first fight. Not really. I caught the last of it. So Kunk is gonna claim a first blood onto this event. With a torrent, frostbite, and a spin. So are they gonna go for an aggressive try? That's gonna be interesting. They might just switch lanes. Yeah, Sven is going towards the bottom. Void is already bought, so he's ready there. And that's a really interesting decision. I kind of like it. At least for Assail, they did get first blooded. Oh, Void, can you snatch it? Oh, we got it. Double bounties. Double bounties and some damage on the puck. So both Invoker and the Void are going to start off with a nice boost. 100 gold each. And no, Sven is going top. Okay, that's going to be really interesting. I think Sven can't actually stay in this lane. Okay, so what's the lanes? It is an offlane Earthshaker. Luckily for him, he's going to be matched up against the Void, so he should be okay here. That's the one upside. They'll line up, and actually top lane, I think Sven is just gonna die again. One more right click. This time Jug is gonna be the one claiming that kill. I mean, I don't know what their plan is gonna be. They do have the Earthshaker and the Phoenix, so they have the save potentially. Phoenix did level up. Icarus dives first, so there's not gonna be a Sunray up until you get level 2. BI didn't block the camp, I believe. They body blocked it. Or they blocked their own? I'm not sure. But the Assail, they're gonna get a block here, so this camp is not gonna spawn. So at least they're not gonna have the side pills available. Because right now, Beyond Infinity are getting way too much out of this tri lane. Jug is finally getting some last hits. They were too busy fighting up until now. And I do feel like both teams have kill potential over here. Crystal Maiden probably the most susceptible one on the side of Beyond Infinity. And On the other side, I think they can just keep going on this Sven. I don't think that's a bad idea. But we're gonna look away for a second. Hopefully, there's not gonna be more action. I feel like there is gonna be though, so I'm gonna stick around here for an extra second. And I mean, Cornlaw on the Sven, he's now resorted to just making a little path here and trying to sap experience. He's gonna get a lot of creeps on the tower since they can't pull anymore. So that is one upside. He's probably going to be able to farm. They might decide to dive him, though. They're going to have to stick him around, making sure they're going to get the denies. Kunkka in position. He's actually going to reveal himself, so that is unfortunate. I'm really scared at looking on other lanes. I mean, the off lane, I don't think anybody should die. Maybe when there's going to be a chrono available, then they're going to have the Sunstrike chrono combination. Is he going for... Yeah, he is going for Quas Exhort on the Invoker mid. Okay, I can look at Invoker, I think. So mid lane we have Invoker. Oh, Puck is still naked. Guys, what's happening? I thought that was just like because he loaded like that. Oh my god, it looks so sad. It's gonna ruin my life. He looks so funny when he's attacking stuff. Anyways, mid lane is going pretty well for the Puck. It's not surprising. 18 and 4 to wait to the top lane. They're still being aggressive. They're gonna get the stun, so the Stormhammer is gonna hop up a bit. Now the Sunstrike is gonna come. It's gonna be on point, so Invoker is gonna grab the kill onto the Venge. And I really think that they need to change stuff up. Send the Sven, send the tri lane as a whole to the bottom lane. Hope that Beyond Infinity are not going to do the same and just switch lanes again. But Sven is not going to get anything. He has a 9 last hits. It's not too bad considering how poorly this lane is going for them. But he did die 3 times. Oh, 2, sorry. 1 was the Venge. Okay, so now I can look. So mid lane again is going pretty well for the Puck. Invoker did grab a kill for himself, so that should help him. And off lane is gonna be quiet. I mean, Shaker can punch the Void. That's cool. Probably gonna go for the max enchant here. Maybe even an extra point in Aftershock just for the extra damage. But they all should be fine unless a rotation is gonna come in. Sven, he might be in trouble again. The spin, the frostbite, the combo is so real. Sven is gonna die a 3rd time in 4.5 minutes. They really need to let him go farm the off lane. Okay, I have the wrong announcer. If there's a minute of quiet, I'm gonna go change it. Apologies. So we're gonna hear Crystal Maiden here. Bench gonna show herself. I don't think she can actually do it like that. Bottom lane, they are getting a gank off. And no, they sent Sven bottom. Okay, I'm super happy about that. I really think that was necessary. We'll see if Beyond Infinity decides to react to it and maybe send the tri-lane bottom. Oh, stun onto the Void. They have the fallout. Fish is gonna follow. Now the magic missile Void. He needs to jump away. He's still okay. Kunkka is gonna show up. He's here as well. And still no kills for Assail. Void is pretty low. He doesn't have a salve or anything. Looks like I don't know if it's Shreds or Midas. Wait. Not over. Shaker's here. He doesn't have mana for a fissure though. I think Crystal Maiden is gonna be okay. Gonna freeze him, and so we change lanes up. Shaker is gonna come to the top. Phoenix is still around here. Maybe he's gonna go back home to heal and then go towards the bottom lane. Oh, the Sunstrike. Oh, it actually hit him. 8 HP. Invoker with the plays. Okay, so it looks like we have changed all our lanes. Crystal Maiden and Jug are gonna stick here in the top lane. Shaker, he should be very careful up here. We've seen it before. For now, he's gonna be okay. Torrent is not gonna hit. Oh, I think Shaker is dead. The spin is there. There's no mana for Frostbite, so maybe not. The TPs are coming in. A lot of damage onto the Jug. The Fissure is gonna be perfectly timed, and Death is gonna turn it. Now the Puck with the TP in. Sunstrike. Sunstrike. Where is he gonna go? Is he doing it? They're pinging. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. I'm gonna miss a kill because of this. Is he not going for it? Not going for it, guys. I'm disappointed. I really wanted to see if you can snipe him. Nope. Shaker is gonna be safe in Fountain. Okay. Sad. Well, I didn't want him to die, but still sad. They do have level 6 now, which means that Sven has to be super careful. He's level 5. Not getting a lot of levels and definitely not getting a lot of farm. 20 last hits. He's being out-farmed by the off-lane Void, as well as the Juggernaut. So Juggernaut on 45 and 10. Sven is going to pull off a pull, and Quinka is going to interrupt that one. And how are they? Okay, maybe they're gonna try and go for the aggressive now with the smoke in. They have the follow-up stun, they have the fissure, but the torrent is gonna be on the two of them. They're not gonna be able to get the fissure out. And Kunka just making stuff happen all over, no matter where he is. I think that if the torrent doesn't hit, maybe they get the kill. I'm not sure. Void is in a pretty good place. He's level 6, so he has his stats and everything. Stun on the Kunka. He's gonna be able to grab the bounty, and they're getting the rune control, they're having the kills, they're having the good rotations. It's just everything's working out for them. Other than that dive here in the top lane where Puck showed up and they got a double kill thanks to that, or just 2 kills, not a double kill on anybody. Oh, I thought there was a chrono. There was not. The good thing they have right now for Assail side is Shaker kind of got some money. Not great. Oh, they're gonna go in with the axe and the torrent. They have the chrono available. They should probably go for it. Now they're gonna drop a vengeance here. She's not level 6 though. Where's the sunstrike? It is coming in right now. Sven is gonna go down. Maybe they can turn this one. Lubby is chasing him forward. They have the puck. He's showing up. He is gonna use the coil onto the Kunka. Now the torrent and the boat, so they're gonna have the run buff. I don't think they can kill him now. The run buff should be enough to make sure that they can just go back to the safety of their tower.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But with the space created, Invoker is gonna start working onto the middle tower. It's fairly healthy still, but top lane not so much. The Kitty is gonna be deployed, and Juggernaut. Phoenix is gonna snipe it, and Juggy should be careful. He's going in for the spin. There is a Frostbite Shaker. He might pay for this one. They're trying to heal him up. This Sunray, it's not enough though. And Jug, he has the Omni Slash. He's gonna jump onto the Phoenix. 2 jumps. That was enough. Another kill here in the off lane. But Jug is just snowballing really hard right now. He has a lot of money, 4,600 net worth, so he's 1k above the mid laner of Assail. And overall, they're just getting the better trades. It's going to be a headrest now completed for the Void, so it is going to be the Vlad's build for him. I don't think they need the damage. They have a lot of damage from with the Kunka and the Crystal Maiden as long as the boat hits. Invoker does a ton. Juggernaut is really good for physical damage, so they don't really need going for an extra damage buff onto the Void. Level 3 on the Venge. It's 10 minutes. They really need to find some levels on her. The swap is going to be crucial for them in the next team fights, especially when Chrono is going to be available again in 25 seconds. I mean, they're waiting. They're just waiting for somebody to show up. They don't have the Omni Slash, but it's not even needed. Maiden is level 6, not going for the ultimate yet. I mean, at this point, you usually don't want to go ultimate early on her. Her mana pool is really bad. The mana regen is good. The Arcane Aura provides a lot. But at level 6, you don't actually have the mana to use Crystal Nova, Frostbite, and the Freezing Field. Let's look at the net worth. We haven't. It's pretty significant. I think it's about 7k now in net worth in favor of Beyond Infinity and about 4k experience. So all their cores are doing a really good job, and you can see it. I mean, all 3 of them at the top of the net worth. And considering how they drafted, it really feels like that. Wait, top lane, they're gonna get the Frostbite. The Sven again, he's in trouble. The TP is coming in. The Sunray is gonna be there. Sven is still alive, but oh my god, he's still alive. He's gonna live. Crystal Maiden taking a lot of damage from that Sunray. Now Juggernaut running away. He has the Omni Slash, so they need to be careful not to play this one too aggressively. Sunstrike is gonna barely miss on him. Courier might be in trouble. Puck is around here. He is smoked up. Not going for the courier. They want to get the kills. They have the coil. I'm pretty sure this should be at least a dead Crystal Maiden with the new Veil, and Crystal Maiden is gonna explode. Jug did get to spin and TP out, so it's only a Crystal Maiden for that aggression. And you know what? Space created. I mean, mid tower is gonna drop. They're pushing the bottom as well. They're getting the most that they can from this exchange. And actually, Jug TP'd bottom, so it was really well played. It means that another tower is gonna drop. And Assail, they're not in a good position to try and get some sort of trade. Puck is pushing pretty fast the top lane, but in terms of hitting towers, he's just not the best. The healing ward, they're gonna secure another tower, so 2 tier 1 towers dropping in the span of what, like a minute, pretty much. Shaker, he is getting close to Blink Dagger. I think that might change things around for Assail. If they can get that nice initiation, jumping, echo into... Oh, wait, talking about that. The Jug is going to jump in. The spin, it should finish off death. Now they're going to go in with the X onto the Puck. He's going to get torrented, but I think it's just to make sure that they can retreat. Not willing to dive any further. And a headdress into a Blink Dagger. So now Void is ready with a Blink, talking about Blinks and initiation. The Shaker lost about 200 gold there, I think. And this is scary for them. The push is going to come. The healing ward is deployed. They can go for something sneaky like a dive into killing the healing ward. I don't know if it's going to be enough. They did place this observer ward over there. But, well, what are they going to do? Venge? At least she found level 5.5. Void still making a house here in the trees. I mean, it looks like they're thinking about going on mid, maybe. Trying to find a kill onto the Invoker. Fisher's going to come out. It's going to delay the push a little bit. Puck is in the mid, as well as the Phoenix. So maybe they can try and go an Invoker. He has the Midas, Brown Boots, and drums. While we're sieging, let's see if we missed anything. Sven, just a helm right now, and that's it. It's gonna be a mecha build for the Kunkka. They're still trying to push this. It's taking some time. Another kitty is deployed. That meow is just, it kills me every time. Just kills me. And she needs to be careful. Jug is going to go for the spin, making sure he's not going to get stunned up. Torrent is not going to hit the Venge Pole. They do have the Echo now. Wait, what? Okay, he just blinked out of the trees. Okay, they're sick of sieging. They want to kill this tower. So Void is going to get that. Still no towers claimed for Assail. And an immediate smoke. They can try and... Oh, okay, they're fake backing. They're waiting here. They want a better kill, though. They don't want the Venge, I think. I mean, they could go for it. Probably going to be an easy kill. But yeah, they're going to rotate towards the mid lane. Maybe find something a bit richer than the Venge. The level 5 Venge. I think she found level 6. Yeah, okay. So they do have the swap. They don't have a lot of time left on the smoke. They're going to run into the jungle. They're not getting spotted here by anything. It is going to be a Radiant scan. The Dire scan, though, it is going to scout out the Radiant. They're going to jump in. Puck is going to get the phase shift. Can they stop him with the orb? Not in time. Oh, he actually orbed away. Okay, I'm crazy. I thought he phase shifted. So the smoke did fail. I believe they should have a couple more. I don't think they used them a lot. Don't have on their heroes, but they do have 2 more smokes in stock. So that was the first smoke of the game. Next one is going to get purchased by Crystal Maiden. Sitting on a decent 800 gold on her. Maybe even going for a Midas or something similar. They do have one already on the Invoker, but I don't think it's terrible to do that on a Crystal Maiden. Now with the DD and Alacrity onto the Jug. That is one scary Jug, especially when you know that the Omni is available. Shaker, did you manage to find any farm in the past couple of minutes? There is an invisible in the Puck, so maybe they can find a nice initiation here. They're going to go in. Now with the silence onto the Jug and the coil. They need to have enough damage, though. They're not really going in. The boat is going to come in now. Puck, he's in trouble. They're going to commit the Omni Slash. Puck is down now. And they committed the coil, so I don't know. There's no blink on the Shaker. There's not a lot they can do. Another tier 2 tower is going to drop. finally they're gonna get something for them. Sven is gonna claim that top tower for his team. So the first tower is gonna fall on the Radiant side. But at what cost? They're just pushing the high ground. They still have some time left onto the healing ward. They're gonna go for the spin. Puck still has 20 seconds before he goes down. And slowly but surely, they're taking down this tower.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They're taking some damage. They're gonna mech him up. The tier 3 tower is already down 17 minutes in. I need to remind you guys, this is a semi-final, so these guys have been playing a lot of games to get here. And against pretty good team all around.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's not gonna be the Midas. We lost, boys. She's building a force path. I don't think it's bad. Actually, Jug is gonna get stunned up, and the base is gonna finish the range rack. So it's not the melee just yet. It's not terrible. Now the fish is gonna be there. Jug is taking a lot of damage. Puck has joined here, but they are way too scared to fight them right now. I mean, we're up to a 14k lead after all the towers dropping. And I think that if they just play it safe, maybe go for the next Forge with a healing ward and Forge, they should have enough to take it down. Put an Aegis onto the Jug and slowly siege another lane. Maybe even going to finish the melee racks in mid, just because the ranged is not a huge deal. It's annoying, the lane's gonna push a little bit, but they can definitely deal with it. They just need to secure this game without pushing it too hard. I thought maybe he's gonna have the Immortal. But we're not lucky. We're not lucky. So Roche is gonna be the next play for them. And after putting an Aegis, oh, maybe they found a Phoenix just before that. They're gonna get the Torrent, the X, and the Sunstrike, and you little Firebird. Maybe now with the Phoenix down, yeah, they're gonna give up on the Roche for now. They got a nice pick off. Means that they can go for the push here in the mid lane. Aghanims is being built up by the Invoker. Now the Veil onto the Juggernaut. I don't think they can do anything. Maybe they can go for a swap here on him. Or coil into swap just to get an easy break on it. And a really long duration stun. I think that's pretty much their only shot. The question is, can Jug spin fast enough? Jump in from the puck. And he can spin enough. What do you know? Fast enough that is. But the melee racks are going to go down. They can pretty much just walk into Roche right now. It's going to take Assail too much time, I think, to push out the lane and be able to come and contest. They do have the Supernova, but Void is sitting at a really good position to just react to everything that Assail are going to try and pull off right now. The smoke is going to get broken. There is a Blink Dagger onto the Air Shaker, so you know, something gonna happen here. Sven actually jumped in. I'm not really sure what he's doing here. He's gonna get bolted. He's gonna get Sunstrike and a couple more right clicks, and that's gonna be an easy pick off on this Sven. That means that the Roche is gonna be easy. They're jumping forward actually. Void looking for something more. But the side of Assail, they're retreating. They do have the buyback on the Sven, so when the push is gonna come to the next lane, it's probably gonna be the bottom one. They should be able to maybe defend. Again, they need to get a good jump, but it feels like that the playstyle from Beyond Infinity is so disciplined. They're not grouping up. They know what they play against. They know what they're up against, and they're playing it just really well against the Earthshaker and the puck, making sure that they're not gonna get in any 3, 4, 5-man coil and don't get blown up. It's working really nicely for them so far. I mean, if you look at the net worth, it's pretty evident that this game is not going very well for them. The net worth is over the 15k right now. It's always already one lane of racks down. It's still a best of 3, so it is hard to lose the first one, but it doesn't mean anything. You still have 2 games to come back, and it's not that terrible. Void, Gameson. Sunstrike. Sven is doing the same thing, so everyone's hiding. Oh, he's gonna jump right on him. He's gonna get a first hit bash. They can probably blow him up. He is gonna get the stun. Now Crystal Maiden from the low ground with the ultimate. Lobby is gonna get a really nice swap, so he's gonna save the Sven here. That's one good thing going for them. The Sven is gonna be able to survive thanks to that beautiful swap, making sure that he's not gonna get caught. And
Dire's
it
bottom
even
tower
baited
is
out
under
in a
attack.
way. Well, not baited, they did get a kill, but it wasn't on the Sven, so Omnislash is going to be down. There is an Aegis, though, in the jug, so I don't think it's a huge deal. He's taking a lot of damage. They need to heal him, actually. He's going to spin. Puck is still going to jump in. He's going to get cold snapped up. I think they're okay, but no, he's going to get torrented. They might jump into this one, but I think they just want the objectives. They're not willing to overcommit, and I really like how they're playing it.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Jug is going to get X'd up. Gonna run to Fountain, he's gonna salve up even, and he is gonna be back to full HP. It's even better than a Coddle. I think in a way Kunkka is the new Coddle with the X instead of Recall.
Dire's bottom barracks
Range racks are down. Kitty's up. And that means, oh, they're gonna go in, maybe. The Phoenix diving around, there's gonna be a fissure now. Jumping from the void, he's gonna get the chrono onto two. Both Lobby and Death are stuck in. They're gonna focus down the Supernova though. Supernova is down, Phoenix doesn't have a buyback. Now the Sunstrike is gonna hit onto two, it's doing a lot of damage. The X back onto Death, he's dead thanks to that boat. Double kill going the way of the void, and Sven is gonna be the next one to drop. Puck, I believe he's gonna be the fifth. The X is gonna be on him, Tornado as well. The Torrent is not gonna hit, so he's gonna be able to phase shift now. The Crystal Maiden though, with the ultimate, there's no way Puck can get out of this one. And Sven, he bought back. The Puck is gonna buy back as well. I believe they don't have any more buybacks, and that is gonna be GG well played called from them. Score 17-3, so I'm pretty surprised. And wait, they're gonna make it a 7-man wipe. I'm pretty surprised that the game looked so one-sided. I think it was an outdraft, if you ask me. I mean, I talked about it during the draft. I felt like with the Kunkka, their safe lane was so strong. I think that Assail, they needed to go for some sort of an offlaner that can actually maybe jungle. They didn't have a Slardar or a Beastmaster, I know that, but I don't know, even a Legion Commander, I'm being completely serious, because they just lost the lane so hard, and I think they got kind of blindsided about the tri lane. I don't know. They got blindsided. It didn't really work out for them. They tried swapping up the lanes, but it was too late. They needed to do it before Sven died like 4 times in lane. And that's it. So hopefully they're gonna take something out of this game, maybe change things up for the next draft. I'm curious to see if Beyond Infinity are gonna go for the same draft. Probably they're gonna ban out. Ban out at least like maybe the Invoker next time in the first round. And I don't know, it's going to be interesting. So the next game is going to come up in a second. I'm still going to be here, so stay around. I'm PandaCasts. If you want to find me on Twitter, that's my name. Also on Twitch. And that's it. So I hope you're having a good time. If you have any feedback, feel free to let me know, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes.